Good evening, Bowser, and good evening, Switch fans. I'm super freaking geeked right now. I'm so excited, and we're gonna break the rules because normally in these videos, I tease the most exciting thing, and then we talk about a few news blips, and then we get to the big thing at the end of the show, and we're not doing that because Nintendo just announced a brand new game out of nowhere. Stealth drop, Twitter drop, and it's coming in June. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button. Let me know in the comments down below if you would consider buying this, all right? Like I said, I got a few other things to talk about, but we're gonna get into Game Builder Garage. Nintendo announced a brand new first-party title dropping in June, and it's all about making video games. This is like the hybrid baby of Nintendo Labo and Super Mario Maker coming together, but with the ambiance and vibe of the Rhythm Heaven WarioWare handheld era. I freaking love it, and I respect the heck out of Nintendo for being so darn creative. But what is Game Builder Garage? Well, Game Builder Garage is a $30 game. It'll be available on the eShop and as a physical box cartridge on June 11th. That's my mom's birthday. Also Ratchet and Clank Day, so also the day right before E3. Goodness gracious, all of a sudden, that Friday is one of the most fun Fridays in all of 2021, but Game Builder Garage is helping you learn to program. Now, we saw Nintendo dabble in this with Labo and kind of how you would program the Labo to do what you needed to do, but it was more about like building the Labo, and this has no building. Now they've removed the cardboard and the crafting, and now it's just about building the games, I guess. And they have 7 games that you're gonna build with them. And they advertise it as learn how to make games from the minds at Nintendo, which put a huge smile on my face. Because this is not gonna be Game of the Year. This is not Breath of the Wild 2. This is not Mario Kart 9. This isn't even Mario Golf or Skyward Sword HD. But only Nintendo has the chops, the chomps, and the bravery to put out a game like this. They want to help kids learn to make games. And I think it's just downright bold of Nintendo to take a concept as dry as game programming and development and say, you know what? If we sauce this up with our speciality, we can make this fun. You know, we can get kids excited about this. We can get players everywhere interested in this. Like, they're kind of ballsy, and I love that when they get that little edge, that Nintendo edge that says like, we can kind of do anything and make it cool. That's awesome. And they want to make programming fun for any level of player. But then, of course, there's the Nintendo little sauce, which makes it extra special, and that's this clever, colorful, amazing world of characters. Like, the button is a character, and the control stick is a character, and the background music is a character, and the tilt is a character, and it's just so fun and vibrant, and it's just oozing with charm. And if you get bored with their 7 games and you find their tutorials to be a bit basic, there are these progress checks where you get to test your skill and see if you can implement it in your own way. And then at the end of the day, you can make your own games and share them on Nintendo Switch Online. You'll be able to design a game, and then it says share a code with your friends so they can play your game. Now, this makes me think they're not gonna have the same infrastructure that Super Mario Maker 2 had, where you could browse through all of the games, but maybe they will have like a cool leaderboards of sorts where they kind of highlight some of their favorites, some of the audience favorites, the most popular. I really hope they do, because that would add so much longevity to this title. But at $30, as just a fun way to get a better understanding of programming with a really Nintendo flair taped over it, and then the ability to make something kind of fun, share it, and if you love it, if you're good at it, you can go on from there. I think it's fantastic. Plus now, who needs Breath of the Wild 2? You can make it. Who needs to wait for Metroid Prime 4? I can make it. Okay, maybe we won't be making games of that caliber and quality, but I do think this is a very Nintendo super sweet, super fun, quirky game, and the best part to me, besides it being really fun and having an insanely cool trailer, and that yellow and black color scheme is just chef's kiss, it's coming out June 11th. Did you notice that? Do you know why that's so important? Let me tell ya. Everybody got worried at the last Direct that Nintendo didn't have a big heavy hitter. They didn't have anything coming in the second half of the year. And a lot of people have worried and wondered, maybe with COVID, maybe with delays, maybe Nintendo is just nothing. They're flatlining after July, but that is not the case, my friends. And we're gonna find out tomorrow at Nintendo's financial call how great they're doing, and hopefully they start to highlight their E3 plans. And they just reportedly upped the production of Nintendo Switch to 30 million units for this fiscal year. And let me tell you, Game Builder Garage looks fun. I'm gonna try it out, see if see what we think together, but that's not moving 30 million units. That is not moving all those Nintendo Switch. And yes, there's a whole library of past games to rely on, but by cramming this into June 11th, remember Mario Golf will come out 2 weeks later, they are opening the door for a massive second half. If they did not have a ton of games, August, September, October, November, December, they would be spreading this stuff out, right? We just got new Pokemon Snap, we got Mario Golf, we got Miitopia, Skyward Sword is around the corner, and oh, by the way, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2, the remake, just got confirmed for Nintendo Switch June 25th, so that's gonna be duking it out with Mario. You gotta decide if you wanna hit the skates or hit the links. I personally will be hitting the golf course, but that's a pretty good Tony Hawk game. If you have any nostalgia or just like skateboarding, it's gonna be really fun on the Switch. But they're cramming this stuff in, and that means that they have a lot. Trust me on this. We do the hashtag Trust SwitchForce over for Animal Crossing stuff, data mines and predictions. I'm pulling the hashtag Trust SwitchForce for a big E3 and a big second half. Nintendo is hoping for big numbers. They're upping production and they're cramming things into the first half because they are loaded, okay? They are ready to rock and roll, and it's gonna be an incredible June. And now we got another quirky, fun thing from Nintendo, and I hope that, I mean, this is obviously the continuation of Labo, right? Labo was a thing, it was successful enough, and now they're kind of riffing on that in the same way, in the same vein, but a little bit adjacent. I hope that they find enough success in sales to utilize this quirkiness in a new WarioWare and a new Rhythm Heaven. I mentioned those games at the top because this reminds me a lot of them aesthetically, but those games are much more games, right? Like those are much more marketable games, and you can charge a full $60 for a really good WarioWare. You absolutely can. I hope Nintendo takes the quirkiness that they've really kept strong on Nintendo Switch with things like Mario Kart Home Tour, Nintendo Labo, and now Game Builder Garage, and implements them a bit into some of their IP, some of their popular characters and franchises. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I really want WarioWare to come back, and I think it'd be so perfect on Switch, especially with handheld and the touchscreen. It would be so good, it would be so great, and if you have to do it up as an eShop game, do it, but I don't think you do. I think there's a way to make WarioWare 60. They made Link's Awakening 60. You can make a really fleshed out, fun, featureful, and replayable, and even online leaderboard-ish WarioWare game with awesome aesthetic, great colors, great characters, and still sell that thing at full price, and people are going to lap it up like some delicious soup on a very cold day. So while I don't think we'll get another Direct before E3, and I don't think we'll get a Zelda Direct before E3, I think we are on the precipice of Nintendo erecting a monument to the second half of 2021 and just delivering a crap ton of games. You know, we might hear from Mario Golf before E3 so that they don't have to waste time during the show since that game is out in late June. They got Game Builder Garage out of the way today. They really are kind of clearing the path, but I don't think we're gonna get a Nintendo presentation. And I also want to tell you something that kind of breaks the rules for this show, but I've been loving Returnal on PlayStation 5, right? It's my Good Morning Mario, it's my Good Evening Bowser, so I can do this, right? Producer, Gabe?
I've decided to allow it. Go ahead.
Okay. I love this game. I think it's so fun. It's my favorite game of the year thus far. Don't tell that to new Pokemon Snap, okay? I do like that one as well, but Returnal is so good. It's this roguelike on PS5. It's like the first game. It's an exclusive this year that feels so next gen. It looks so great. The DualSense, you can feel the raindrops on the controller. I mean, HD Rumble on the Switch, I could feel the ice cubes, but now I can feel the individual droplet of water. Sony doing crazy work. I'm so excited for Ratchet, but Returnal is great because it tests my skill and it feels like a game that respects the gamer I am, which is someone who's 30 and someone who loves single player games and someone who loves games that emphasize great design and great mechanics and that zero in on that and want you to experience and uncover and learn and grow, and it's not just a battle royale and it's not just an online multiplayer shooter. Yes, this is borrowing a new era genre, right? Well, not really new era, but a lot of new games love to use roguelite, and so it's kind of taking something that's currently popular, but it's applying a AAA styling to a genre that's typically pixel art. And I think it works insanely well. It is difficult, it's not too difficult, and you might be worried about the $70 price point, but to experience something that is an audio party, like it sounds great, the sounds are chilling. I played some of those enemies, I ran outside, and I was like, dude, I think I'm being followed and tracked from a tentacle TV from the sky, and it was just an airplane. But I'm telling you, this game has a visual and audio effect on you, and the way it impacts your hands with the DualSense, the triggers, how adaptive they are. They're so tight if you want to use the alt fire. It's just a great example of what a PS5 game can be, and I hope, honestly, we get more of that. Yeah, it's great to have these cross-gen titles, but if you're gonna buy a $500 PS5, at least I want games that really feel like they're for PS5, and I hope that Ratchet & Clank and Horizon Forbidden West can continue that trend, but I feel fine spending $70 on Returnal. I know some people have taken issue with new Pokemon Snap being full price, Returnal being full price. Fun is worth it to me. That's all I gotta say. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, are you interested in Game Builder Garage? Is this something that you might buy for your friend, your nephew, your cousin, your dad, or is it something you'd buy for yourself? Or do you have no interest in Nintendo's niftiness, even if it is $30, even if it's kind of a fun aesthetic and flair, you're just like, nah, I don't wanna make the game, I want you to make the game. Because I understand that it's just because it's Nintendo and I love them and I look up to them like a dad that I'm really into this. But I'm also really into you guys, so thanks so much. Make sure to smash that like button. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting this show. Make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, everybody, I'll try and remember the community poll. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.